because if you know that we're in the midst of a recruiting war, the Big 12, if we want to win that Big 12 championship, we have got to recruit just like Texas Tech is recruiting out of the portal, just like everybody else is recruiting out of the portal. And we just brought in some guys that we need retention for. We need to keep. So we're not going to throw no meat out there. We ain't throwing nothing out there. Pause. We ain't throwing anything out there that's going to cause us to start defending the program as opposed to talking about who we're getting. Like these top of the portal guys we get.
Harry, slow down, man. Slow down. Slow down, man.
Like these top of the portal guys that we're getting. We should be talking about football right now. Oh God!
I just said it. I said it was meant to. What Prime is doing? What is he doing right now? Sorry if I just want to make this point. Prime is setting up for the next chapter. There's that, by me answering this, right? You trying to go viral. You know what? We're gonna go viral, right? In other words, more attention for CU. The fact that we're talking about it, it's good for CU.
Is it
the
really
fact
though?
that yes, because remember, your program has to be relevant to gain any attention, to gain any traction, even for recruiting. For kids that want to come to Colorado, I mean, what's out there besides the mountains?
You
You know what
got
I mean?
skiing, it's a lot to do, but you know what I mean? Last year was a circus, so
Weed is
why
legal.
continue the same circus this year
No,
if you
that's
don't have
unfair.
to?
I mean, 9-win
We
season
earned
wasn't that bad of a circus.
we
That was
earned the
unfair.
right
The first
to
season
we
was.
earned the right to have a football conversation, and now I feel like he just threw dirt on all of that. Like we earned
But
the right to be like,
but you have to choose to what conversation you want to have and what you want
I
to
got a
feed into.
football
All last week
conversation.
we were talking about
you don't get
him
to
going to the
choose.
Raiders.
You don't choose the conversation. If you're media, you don't choose. The media doesn't
Uncle,
don't have the you don't get to choose. If you don't want to eat, yeah, you can choose. You can choose to talk about anything. But you talk about what's hot. In case people didn't know that. In the media, you talk about what's hot. In college football, who's hot right now is Prime. Prime is hot. You talk about what's hot. Go ahead. Go and start talking about Delaware. I went into the trenches of the videos and college football, and I started looking at other teams and who's talking about Georgia, who's talking about all these other teams. Some of the views that I saw, I said, this guy's not eating. He ain't eating off of YouTube because you can't get 300 views. Like, and that video was uploaded 3 days ago. I said, he's not eating. So you got to
but
talk about what's hot.
funny. This is what's funny. This is where some of the hypocrisy comes from. The reason that Colorado and Prime are so popping is because of the things that Prime does. So yeah, I don't want him to do the things that makes him popping, that makes the channel popping, that makes people come get the views. But that's why people come to talk about him and come to watch the shows, and that's the reason, because Prime is Prime.
I'm all for it, but let's be
Yeah.
consistent. I'm all for it. I told you. I don't listen. I'm one of the guys that will unveil, that will show you what's behind the scenes, how we think and what happens. I'm not shy to tell you what we do for views and all that stuff. I say that all the time. But be consistent, bro. That's all I'm asking is for some consistency. You can't throw a rock at the glass door and hide your hands. No, you started all of this. So why are your people coming at us and saying we're the one that created this narrative? We ain't creating nothing. I didn't create
But
no narrative.
that's not his people. That's just fans. Fans is short for fandom. That's just fans. That's not him.
More
Hey,
like
yeah,
fanatic.
Harry. I
Hey.
mean, everything we're painting Coach Prime with a paintbrush of every issue dealing with CU and the CU fans. It's Coach Prime's fault. Now, the gentleman was just explaining, how Coach Prime uses the media and his strategy. We can't fault him for doing that. He explained it a long time ago how he uses the media, being Coach Prime and then being Dion. Now he's in a situation, a very important situation, in being made credible by his ability to coach, and that should be measured by his contract. If that's the way he feels, then he wants the biggest and the best contract because that fits his nature.
But
Then
Hey,
what's his contract then?
right,
Hey,
What
he
is
can
it?
get that.
are
He can
you
get that
you
without even having to. He ain't got to sneeze on no media. He ain't got to go out there and go put
Not if
exactly?
not if you are not Nick Saban, not
So
Hey,
Kirby
you're saying
brother.
Smart.
Dion don't know how to negotiate his own value?
You're missing my point.
No, I'm not. I'm asking. I'm
You're
pushing back. You're
okay.
telling me that
Okay,
Dion
my
cannot
point is
negotiate
no,
his value?
my point is this: that even with the success that he has within the Colorado program, there are still haters because he's a black man in there, changing the culture, bringing all these black kids to the school, and now we have a team full of black guys just because we won a couple more games. There are people that are sick enough to think that way, and that's what he has to deal with.
So how did he get $5 million without coaching? Without coaching a Big 12, a Power 5 team? How did he get $5 million?
Because
Where they do that at?
because Rick George and whoever else decide with Rick George
And they
took
were
the chance
desperate.
from bringing him in and not embarrassing him or the school with a contract offer for his first job that was going to be something that other people would laugh at. So he
Forget
got
about
a
other people
reasonable
laughing. I don't think
he got a reasonable contract for his first contract, and now
this is a college coach. The
he
average,
said,
the average NFL coach gets about $6 million. Gets about $6 million.
"Oh, I'm sorry, they have to dummy it down and come to the NCAA where you get paid big bucks."
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is, if you are Coach Prime coming from a Jackson State,
Yes,
coming from an FCS program,
yes,
you don't jump from that to $5 million.
yes, you do. If you're Coach Prime, how you gonna
If you're Coach Prime,
can
yeah,
you fit?
that's what I'm saying. That's what
Can
I'm
you-
trying to tell you. If you're Coach Prime, then you can. On one hand, you're telling me if you're Coach Prime, but then you say his value goes down when he's ready to renegotiate.
Now,
You can't
now
have it both
listen,
ways.
Harry, I'm not saying his value go down. His value goes down. I'm talking about the mindset of those individuals that are inside that organization that still don't like
Where was
Prime.
it when they were giving him the first 5, and then he increased his value from the first 5 to say, I brought in $193 million. I brought in all of these. I sold out every seat. Why would that go down? Why would that change?
Harry,
If you gave me $5 million from Jackson, Mississippi, right? Now that you see me do all of this, all I gotta say is pay me. I ain't gotta go on no TV to push your hands.
Harry,
That's
you're
not true.
talking about the mindset of someone that is speaking, logically, thinking logically, analytically. No, biases are not. A lot of biases have nothing to do with logic. A lot of biases have nothing to do with analytics. Those things are personal and inbred. I don't mean like
You're calling these
incest
people,
or anything.
basically,
but
you're saying these people are slow without
I'm
saying
not
they're
saying
slow.
I said there are those inside the organization
That are
that
slow.
even there are some inside of the organization, the CU organization, that still don't like, even though with Coach Prime, they don't like Coach Prime, period, and they don't care about his success. There
But we
are
know that
those
because
in
he
that
had a hard
program.
time getting Warren Sapp.
So
we know
hold
that.
on. I want to know. So then, Ron, let's go with that.
I'm not buying that, by the way.
Let's
Ron,
go.
I ain't buying none of
Okay,
that.
you better
Let's
wake
go
up.
with that. Let's
You
go
better
with
wake
that.
up.
Let's
I
go
ain't
with
buying
that.
none
So
of
let's
that.
say right. So let's
I
go
like
with
this
that.
show.
Let's
This is
say
the
they
most
let's
spicy
say
show
they
I ever been
exist.
on now. Yeah.
Yes. Let's say that all of that exists.
It doesn't.
No, let's
You
say it doesn't exist.
no
Let's say it does not.
no. Let's say it does. Let's say that that the board. Let's take the board. It's 12 people. 3 of them it got sheets and call folks no gooders
And they're
behind the
that
scenes.
dumb and blind.
All right. This is hypothetical. So now what? Because your logic seems to say, well, now we gave him $5 million, but now we're trying to get them 3 people to agree to make him close to the highest paid coach in there.
Right.
Okay, and that's
Jackson.
that's the hold up.
What?
Because what they believe is what they believe. How do you shift their mind to say, hey, we gave them 5, but let's break off another, get them to open up to break another 5?
Listen, the proof is in the pudding. If the numbers that Harry spoke about, what Coach Prime is doing and have done economically in the Boulder area, those numbers speak for themselves. And if you're speaking and if you're thinking logically and with an ounce of intellectual sense, then when that season is over, you will slap a contract on his desk that he would be happy to sign.